going to discuss behavior modeling. From structure modeling to behavior modeling, and we know that we're going from static to dynamic, right? So static provide us an overview of the structure, but the behavior, it means that we want to see the dynamic communication, right? So, and we will focus on sequence diagram and behavior state machine. For the communication diagram, it will be easier to convert it from sequence diagram if you use any kind of case store, right? But usually we use sequence diagram often, right? But the file I provide to you, that include three, right? Sequence diagram, communication diagram, and behavior state machine. And also the comparison between communication and sequence diagrams. Okay. And we start from sequence diagram. Right. A sequence diagram, just like an activity diagram, has its flexibility to describe any fraction of a function, or usually a function, but you can describe a part, a fraction of a function, or a couple of functions, like everything from use case, right? So a use case describe a function. When a use case include other use cases, we may want to use an activity diagram to describe all of them, or a sequence diagram to describe them. That means that a sequence diagram not only can describe a function, but can consist of more than one, right? The sequence diagram probably going to see an overview, or you go to very detailed, right? That means that if a sequence diagram want to describe a couple of functions, right, then like use case description, we can execute other use case. So a sequence diagram just like that, right? If the diagram is very complex, then it probably would provide an overview and go to detail, or refer to other function, right? Sometimes with some option, right? We can go to other sequence diagram. Okay, of course you need to describe that specific sequence diagram. Okay, then right, to draw a sequence diagram, we need to have a couple of components, right? So what about the component would be? For a sequence diagram, usually we start from something, right? Nora. So if we want to draw a sequence diagram, which one would be the start? The initiator. Don't ask somebody,
Use case.
Use case. We draw a sequence diagram, so we have a lot of symbols. Which one would be the first one? First one we wanted to draw. Sequence diagram. Tell me the components of a sequence diagram. What component will be included? in the sequence diagram? Joey, okay, what would be the first one? What would be the initiator? Ian, what would be the initiator? You understand? Pumpkin. You're pumpkin. Then tell us. Sequence diagram, how to draw a sequence diagram, which one will be the initiator to initiate the diagram? You prepare? You prepare before you come? Is this a very difficult question? Answer. Our actor? Good. Actor, right. So actor will initiate the diagram. Okay. Good for you. Next will be difficult. What will be the next? What class? The role of that. Which one, communicate with an actor? It'll be difficult. Is anyone, raise your hand. All right. Eva?
Object.
Object. What would be the object?
Outside the system.
Outside the system?
The
No,
role.
that's the inside the system. Which one communicate with an actor?
UI.
Yes, good. So it's UI, right? So it's an interface.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it possible that you see two actors communicate with each other, or you see a sequence diagram?
It's possible, but it's not. We can see oftenly. We can't see oftenly, but it's possible.
It's possible. Why do we need to have the second actor?
Because we need to communicate with other.
We. What do you mean we? The system.
The people outside the system need to communicate with our system.
So it says more than one actor wanted to communicate with our system.
Yes. It's possible.
Okay, it's possible. And yeah, we probably will see two actors communicate with themselves. And Eva says they want to communicate with our system. What do you think about, and what do you think about the second actor? Or two actors, they wanted to communicate. If they wanted to communicate, so if you think that these two actors, they communicate with each other, or they wanted to communicate with the system?
I think they want to communicate with our system.
Give me an example for that.
And client and a receptionist.
Receptionist.
Yes, receptionist.
Good. Receptionist. Okay, receptionist wanted to communicate with our system. And the other one?
The client want to communicate with
With-
our system.
with
And
our system.
the receptionist can be our assistant, one part of our system.
Okay, the receptionist could be one part of our system, and how come it's an actor? Actor's outside.
Uh,
But you're very good. Yeah, you're prepared.
Thank you.
So anyone can answer this question. Okay, Bridger.
If we set up a scenario, we are in a restaurant and there's a waiter and I'm the customer and
Yeah.
I want to make an order.
Mm.
So the waiter who use that user interface
Mm.
and will be, I want to make order and I speak what I want,
Mm.
and the waiter will be the bridge to I say what I want and
Okay,
he
I see.
type what I want into
Okay.
the system.
Mhm.
So that actor, which I mean the waiter,
Mm.
will be the bridge to send the message into the system.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, so then we know that probably we have two actors, all right? The first actor, needs something, requests something via the second one. The second one, it's like a bridge, right? They use the system, probably. Go to the front desk. Then we don't use the system. No, it's staff, right? Receptionist take our request and enter through the system. All right. So it's going to see two actors, right? Anyone tell me that do we need the receptionist? Audrey, raise your hand. Okay.
I think we need receptionist.
We need a receptionist.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because it is the bridge to inner user and system, and maybe user can directly to use the system.
Okay, so you said that maybe the user can use the system directory or via the bridge,
Yes,
right? So we need the bridge
yes,
when the customer cannot.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Right.
I want to ask some question about the
Question.
two actor. Yes, question. What if we are in like a dating app? We need a two actor and need two user to come make the system like a bridge. So in this case, in the dating system, we need one actor or two actor. We need another actor to communicate.
Okay, no, that is different kinds of system, right? And similar, like the question I asked, do we need more than two actors to provide the first actor as help? No. To the second one, and the second offer a help, all right? So we should know that when we draw the diagram, we have two phases. The first phase or first stage for a new one, new programmer or system analyst, we use analysis phase. From analysis phase to design phase, all right? So analysis phase, you probably will see two actors. That's because the reality, customer will ask for help, right? So the staff or receptionist or anyone, right, they take the request and communicate with our system, right, a system. For the design phase, the second actor will change. It's going to change that. Change become an interface. So the second actor will need some noble. And the other thing is, if we have more than two actors, they communicate with themselves. We don't care, because we cannot manipulate actors. So whatever they talk with each other, doesn't matter with our system. Okay, what we care is that we receive the request, the system, so we provide an interface, right? If we have a receptionist, it's a human, then the design, usually, then we take it out, become an interface. So that interface become the receptionist, all right? So you probably will see more than two, more than one, more than two, whatever, but eventually we only provide an interface, right? So that interface is also a boundary. So when we draw a sequence diagram, the top line, the top, we put object, right? We call it object, not a class, right? Object. So when we say that, actor, we care the data, right? Actor. So actor will become the class, right? Of course, a class can have many objects, right? So it's object oriented. So we draw based on object, right? And here comes a question. If we care about the customer, right? We have the data, right? Customer. So the actor and become class, right? So what do you think about the name? Actor's name. Suppose actor's name as customer, right? And we need their data. Of course, we need their data, customer's data. So we have a class. This class, it is better to have the same name, or no. We can have different name. Better to have different name, not the same name. What do you think? Customer, and then we wanted to take this customer as our class. Should it be the same name, or it's better to have a different name? Raise your hand and answer. Meg, answer. We have an actor, right? Customer. So as an actor, it's our system. It's better to the same name or different. Like customer, then we have a name like member, right? And we use member means customer, or which it's better to customer, same. Answer. Okay. Audrey?
So, sorry, I
老师，对不起，我听不懂，没办法回答。
Okay, Audrey.
If the actor and object represent the same idea, they can have the same name.
They can't, or better to have the same name.
They
Better,
better.
or they can or
Uh,
cannot, or better to be the same.
They can.
They can. So we can use other, like a member or any name, right? We can use any name and or the same name.
The same name.
So same, if we put them the same name, that would be better.
Yeah. If they represent the same idea.
Okay. Okay. What do you think? That is it possible we can see a same class with two different objects, then they all occur, show on the sequence diagram. Different object and the same class name, or we only use one?
We only use one.
Only use one to represent them.
Yeah.
We are not going to use two object names. Why?
Maybe if you see the diagram, it is not easy to know what is the different if you use the same name.
I can get it. If we use same name, then
the people see the diagram and you not easy to know what the different object have same name.
so use same name or not? It's a contra. I cannot get it. Okay, Harry.
For example, today we have two class,
class?
two activity. The first,
Two.
no. For example, today we have in class is buy a gift, but the one buy a gift is pay, and this buy a gift is choose a gift. But we can know what do you mean by a gift because it have two activity. Two activity for it anyway, and we can have two the same name actor, but it maybe will be mass.
Actor.
Yeah,
Actor.
yeah. To before question.
You have two actor. Like you have two actor.
Can
customer.
have yes,
Customer.
yes, can have same name, but it will be mass, I think.
So a sequence diagram has two actors. Customer.
Yes,
Two actors.
yes.
Customer.
It-
We draw two actors.
What can I say?
Right? You said that we draw two human figure. Customer.
I mean, we can have two actor, and
Two
these
actor.
two actor can be same name.
Can be.
Yes, can be same name, but it,
So actor.
yes, but it must be mass,
Then
and so
now we are talking about the object.
yes, and we can have two same name object.
Same name object.
Yes, because
same name object. So we have same name like John, right?
yeah,
John's customer and John again. Is it that? Are we on the same page?
no,
No, what do you mean? It's the same name, right? So John and John, right?
okay, maybe I can see it again. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
So that is not what you mean. John and John.
Maybe I can prefer clear. Sorry.
No, don't say that's So what do you mean by that? Okay. Ophelia, you wanted to answer? Are you going to answer? No. Anyone wanted to answer that? Kenny?
I think they can be the same name. The
John
John
and
and
John.
John. If the John is the same people and their action is the same, you can just the John one only.
John 1.
Yes, it's not the same name.
Same name or not the same?
Not,
Not.
not,
So not the same.
not the same.
So John and John. Can we have is it John and John?
No.
No. So it means that we can see if we have two objects, then you probably will see like John and Mary,
Yeah,
right? John and Mary,
yes.
right? So Leo, what do you think?
I think the actor is a role, is a not a special one. Maybe it's a customer or manager. So I think the two actor do the same thing or same question, same request. That can be a same name,
Customer.
like they are a customer.
Yeah, and then we need their data, right? So the first line, customer. A customer is a class name, right? So we
Yeah.
need to have an object name, right?
Yeah.
So then two is John and Mary. Yes,
Yes.
and they come from customer,
Yes.
right? So customer, and then we have John and Mary. Like
Yes.
That's right. So I know what you mean, right? So Penny, is that what you mean by that? Okay, all right. So we might need to sometimes we need to have different object, right, from the same class. Yeah, we can see that, right? And but only actor is only one, right? Customer, the customer sent. So and we need their data. So we have like a data sorter, right? So now the customer is an entity, right? So that is an entity. It's a sorted data, right? But DFD, we have data store, another object concepts. When we draw a sequence diagram, we care about the object rather than class, right? So you can see object. Then object, we have John and Mary, same class name, customer, right? So John, column, customer. If we need them to communicate with each other, we will see two objects, right? From the same class name, right? So the first line, that's the object. So if we only see class name, right, customer, how do we specify it as an object? customer, but we said that we care object. And then we draw customer, right? Is that enough to have customer? And we know that it means object. Do you understand the question? How do we draw that? Anyone knows that? Raise your hand if you know it. That's how do we specify it is an object? If we have the customer, and of course, the first one will be going, right? This will be going. They have communication, right? As the GUI is a boundary. And we might have other, you know, and this GUI is an object. Everything is an object. All right. So here, if there is a customer, it's just an entity. But it is the class name. How do we, you know, put it as an object? Hank? Okay, so line, right? Yeah, it means object. And not enough. Finish that. Object name. Okay, well, probably is a customer, right? Customer. So there is an object name. Object name is it like John? Then the class. So John, customer, is it this column? It's a column. Yeah. Okay. What if we omit this part? Would it be okay? Yes? What does it mean? Means here, when name customer, the same. Okay. Right. So here we have this. It's just an entity. All right. Entity. So entity. We have a class name, but class name is not enough because we talk about object. All right. So so here, before, yeah, we put dot dot. It's a column. right? We can omit this part. That means the object name is not that important or not decided yet, right? And we have this underline. That means that's an object. All right. Now if you put the name, then with or without the underline, it's okay. But usually, we put underline. Yeah, underline. It means that's an object, right? And so with or without. Without that, we omit it. That means the name, they're the same. They are the same. So we don't need to particularly indicate the object name, right? So use the object, right? And so we receive the message and pass it on. And usually GUI communicate with our entity or the third row. So we have entity, we have boundary, and what is the components we may have. Okay, Olivia. Yeah.
The controller.
Control. Okay, we have a controller, right? So we have a controller here to take that, right? So here comes controller. All right, controller. So we have the controller. The same object, right? Controller. Ophelia, how many controller we need if we wanted to draw a sequence diagram to describe a function? One. All right. So one, we need a controller, a function. No, a function use a controller. All right. Without controller, GUI takes the responsibility. Yeah. So yes, we can take it out, but the GUI, takes all the responsibility to be an interface and a controller. All right. But better to have a controller. All right. So this controller gets the request and passes, right, dispatches to other class to perform it. Right. So that is the sequence diagram we can see, first. So the front part, right, front and our system. The second actor that will become the boundary. All right, but you still can see two actors when still remains on analysis phase. Go to design, then you're going to see that's we have GUI. Okay. It is possible that you see actor inside sequence diagram. Is it possible? What do you think? Is it possible to see that visual actor inside? So raise your hand and tell me, this is possible. Okay, and Shannon,
I think it is possible.
is it possible? Why?
Like in the hospital or something, you have a patient and
Patient?
and maybe the doctor will use the like a patient data and it will crossing the patient object or something like that.
Doctor, the doctor is a class,
Right. Yes.
object. So with a doctor, then this is not that is. If there's a patient, patient will not draw that is. It's already changed. Change becomes the object.
Maybe a patient.
The same. Patient will not draw like this. Here. Patient. Then we have patient. No, not that. So it's possible that we draw. Harry?
I think it's no, because sequence diagram is most like the object and object the communicate, not actor. Opening is not actor, is the ending of it.
Okay, then it is now because I just that it's a sequence diagram. A sequence diagram could be a function in more than one function, right?
Function.
A sequence diagram describes a function or more than one function.
One functions. One functions.
Even
More than one function. I
could be-
think the actor is the role to trigger the event in a sequence diagram. So it can it can have an actor in the frame.
the inside here.
Yes,
Inside,
it
and this
must
is
be
outside.
an object.
So, but here this is outside, right?
Yes, yes.
And also we can put it inside.
We can't input inside.
So you will not see the second actor.
Yes,
That's only one actor,
yes.
right? Then any different thinking, right?
I think it's possible because that actor not only just a user, maybe it's something external system or something hardware device.
Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yes. It's hard to understand, right? So it's possible. It's possible, but usually this is a third party, right? Third party. So like a bank, other bank consortium, or credit card company or whatever. That it's possible. Or it says it could be sensor, the hardware could be, right? So it's possible. We can say that. Right. And range, we wanted to draw the sequence diagram, right? And it is possible to have a temporary object. A temporary object.
I think is can has a temporary object. It can.
Can. Why? How do we
Because-
know it's a temporary object? How do we know it's a temporary object? What do you define as a temporary object?
Just only use maybe one time.
Mm-hmm.
And the object is with the time going and maybe use the one time. I think it can.
Yeah, and how do we know? How do we know we just use that for temporary? Do you use any symbol? What kind of symbol? You right, and Eva?
And there will be an X in the lifeline.
Oh, good. All right. So you're going to see that, for example, we have not customer, all right. Temporary. If we don't want to keep shopping cart for long, if I said, if we don't want to keep a shopping cart for long, then that's a cross line, a cross symbol, right? That means it's for temporary. Okay. And Eva, what do we call this?
Lifeline.
Lifeline, right? Lifeline could have a couple of segments. What do we call that?
The focus of focus.
Focus of control.
Yes, yes.
Okay, focus of control. What does it mean? Focus of control.
We have trigger the event in the time.
Okay. So we might have a couple of focus control, all right? That means only activate that, right? So not always, whenever it trigger that, perform something, occurrence, right? So activity occur here. All right. So then we can see actor, right? Components, actor, the object, right? Object, three kinds of acts: boundary, control, entity, right? When you see the symbol that this way, then should be in the design phase, right? But when you see only this, it could be analysis or design, all right? Analysis or design, but you see that this should be the design phase. So you probably will see the diagram use this. That means this is not analysis, it's design, all right? But when you see that this, it could be analysis or design. You can change this, all right? Some case tool automatically, it's going to change that. And you see left line, right? Left line, and it's a focus of control. And probably, we have cross, right? Means that's only for temporary use, right? Until finish that, right? Then discharge it, right? We're not going to keep that. Next will be, we are going to describe important parts, right? About the message sent. Let's take a break.